Hi, my name is Amber Blues, and some of you may know me from the Claremont Club where I teach indoor cycling. But what some of you may not know is that in my other job, I am actually a clinical psychologist. And so I wanted to talk to you today and share with you a little bit about what I've been thinking about in terms of our current situation, being quarantined, and many of us feeling isolated and maybe becoming frustrated and having the situation impact our mental health in negative ways. So one thing I want to talk to you a little bit about today is the idea of self-care. So self-care kind of is one of these buzzwords, and sometimes we kind of think, well, what does that even mean? What is self-care? Self-care can be really a variety of things. It really can be anything that nurtures a person's body, mind, soul, in ways that kind of feel rejuvenating and life-giving. And so people practice this in a variety of ways. And a lot of times people come to places like the Claremont Club to engage in that self-care. And it can be exercise in a group class. It can be doing kind of a personal workout, maybe training for an endurance event. And it can be things like Tai Chi and yoga and kind of those self-focused areas of meditation and relaxation. So whatever the thing is, it's really unique and specific to the individual and can be that thing that kind of helps restore and helps us feel more balanced and normal, especially in times of crisis and chaos. So kind of thinking about what people might do for self-care, it really can be, this is a time to sort of think about that. Maybe write some things down that are things that you really love. It can be as simple as watching a favorite TV show or movie, or it might be, if you're anything like me, reading a big stack of books that's next to your bed, kind of starting that process. It can be things like gardening or doing meditation or planning and cooking a meal if you enjoy those kinds of things. And it can also be learning something new and novel. So for example, one writer on a psychology blog was sharing that he's learning pickleball in isolation, and he's actually unable to play with anyone, but there's a whole YouTube series on how to learn and play and improve your pickleball game using a wall and what's available to you. So it can really be things that are new and maybe challenging to focus on and give us a sense of time and structure as well. For example, if someone wants to learn a new language, it might be that language program is going to be an 8-week course. So having kind of a sense of structure in this time is really important. And also feeling some sense of accomplishment and time is passing and it's useful and utilized. And that's also not a requirement. If it's something that, if that doesn't appeal and that isn't life-giving to feel useful and maybe that's kind of the opposite of what feels good, then you kind of have to be more gentle with yourself and allow yourself to do the things that feel like they are actually practicing self-care. They are life-giving and relaxing. So that's important to keep in mind too. Sort of what is your orientation right now? Are you a person that likes to stay busy and do a lot of things? That might be a way of coping in this situation. And if you're a person that enjoys maybe relaxing and needs to have less productivity and less pressure in that way, and both ways really are important and valid to taking care of yourself during this time. So this is a no pressure suggestion of self-care. It's more kind of like doing the things that you'd already be doing and enjoying them. And if you're a person that needs more structure and planning, finding ways to create that as well. So yeah, I think that's kind of my main point I wanted to share. I'll try to be thinking about different things I'd like to share on here. I think there's a lot to be learned right now in this situation about ourselves and about the relationships we're in with people around us, and about our mental health and sort of what is nurturing to us. And I think one of the ways is to feel connected to community too. There's a writer, Bessel van der Kolk, writes about this idea of connection and community and how we really need to feel like we are still connected and in community with each other and with ourselves too, kind of our inner community. We all have kind of those different parts of self, the part that maybe is a real adventurer, and there's a part that maybe likes to snuggle up on the couch, and there's maybe a part that's that guide and coach. So really kind of looking at those parts of self and nurturing yourself in those different spaces, and also or different roles. And then also looking at community and how we need to stay connected and maybe finding ways to do that. And that can be anything from engaging in a virtual date. One thing my sister and I did this week is we met up to watch and participate in a yoga class offered by Sarah Little of the Claremont Club. And it was just wonderful to have each other sort of there on FaceTime and laugh and talk about what we were doing and kind of be in the class together. So finding new ways maybe to find that connection and making those intentional appointments for yourself, and then maybe for yourself with others as well. But having a lot of grace and forgiveness, for ourselves in this time that's so unpredictable and so challenging in so many ways. So I just want to encourage you in this today and in each moment this week to sort of check in with yourself and see what you need each day. Maybe it's just having one thing that you do. I know I like to have a sense of I accomplished at least one thing, and that can be very simple. It may be just taking out the trash or folding one basket of laundry among the many baskets. So take care, and we miss you, and I can't wait to see you all again soon. Bye.